Hi guys, welcome to Gardening with Bulldogs. I am so excited that today I get to show you my garden. This is the first video, garden tour video of my new home. And as you can tell, it is raining, so my apologies, it's going to be very quick, but I have been working on it so hard this summer. My previous garden was in Montana, and I am now down in Arkansas, in the Rogers, Arkansas area. I moved here in September of 2020. What are we on? Are we on 2022? We're on 2022, so 2021, September, and it is now July of 2022. Everything that you see, I planted. It literally had a few trees that I have had taken down in the backyard. There's one still standing and one tree in the front yard. There were 2 azaleas here that I had pulled out, and now everything else I have planted. You know that I grow wave petunia seeds from seed, so you're going to be seeing a bunch of those. Stanley and Wisteria, my 2 English Bulldogs, are going to help guide you through. There's a couple beds that I had to rearrange, so they're not always perfect. Some of them don't look as healthy. I have had to deal with Bermuda grass that I do not have up in Montana, so that has been a learning experience that I want to show you. I want to show you my veggie garden. It's taking a little bit longer to get it all together, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked to have it. Like, the tomatoes that I'm getting right now are just crazy. And we're really excited to show you this. I've worked really hard, guys, this year on getting it to this point, so it's not perfect. Nothing ever is, but I'm pretty pleased with where we're at right now. So let's turn around and start the veggie garden. There is a plan, and I do plan to also make a video once everything is complete in this area, from start to finish, and make a video of that. But right now I'm just kind of going with it. Eventually there's going to be, the next step is gravel, so I can put the fence up so somebody can get out of the veggie beds. I know it seems crazy to still be trying to grow potatoes, but I can't help myself. I know I'm probably not going to get anything out of them, but I put them in, and I'm just going to at least try. Why not? I have the space. I will say that my sweet potatoes are going to be absolutely amazing because of the heat down here, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have never grown peppers in my life, and I'm growing them now, and they are amazing. I've had a red one, I've had a green one, and they just were both delicious, so I'm super excited. The plan is to freeze as much as I possibly can this year of it. My purple basil still looks amazing. I have rosemary somewhere back there, but it's in a bad spot, so it's not growing too much. I have some chives and some strawberries here. That is not where the strawberries will live forever, though. This is where I'm kind of like the most excited about right now, is my tomatoes. I should have probably put some kind of fabric over them, but they are producing so well. They just don't look that pretty. But I am getting tomatoes. Like, I'm almost making myself sick with eating how many tomatoes I have. And then in between it, I put cantaloupe. So soon there will be some cantaloupe growing up the arches as well. There are a few onions, because I got the onions in super late, and somebody, I bet you can't guess who it would be, jumps into the beds and has destroyed again a bunch of the onions. So I did put some zinnia seeds in with them, and those are starting to pop up really nicely. I had the whole thing in zinnia seeds, but again, I don't believe you'd guess who destroyed them. So actually, in this patch right up front, I just added some sunflowers, so there are a couple popping up. We'll see how long those last. I actually just finished this side because of the trees. This is why this area is so dry back here, is because you can see one of the stumps, and then there's another stump behind that green box. Wisteria. Wisteria. Baby girl. Baby girl. Thank you. So the trees that were back here, I had them taken down because I honestly just don't want to deal with trucks back here ever again. So I do plan to have evergreens growing so I can cover up that Walmart container. I hate that thing. You have no idea. I make it as a joke, but I absolutely do hate looking at it. There's a lot of things that could be worse. I actually like having a mechanic shop in the back. So, but at the same time, I don't want to see that. So, anywho, that is why it is so dry back here, is because I just had those trees cut down and I couldn't actually fill these beds up with any compost because the tree guys needed to move them in order to bring the truck back here. So now that that is finally taken down, I can actually plant things in here. And so of course I'm super late, but that's all good, you know. I feel like I have plenty of extra time. So I have watermelon growing all through the arbors and up the cattle panels. And then this is the second time I have tried putting carrot seeds in the very front of it. But again, as you just witnessed, there's somebody that's getting into the veggie beds, so I don't think they're doing that well. I added corn into this bed and then also a couple winter squashes. And then I have one lonely cucumber right there because I do plan to fill that whole bed with broccoli and cauliflower, like a few cauliflower, but mostly broccoli. I will show you this container. My patio is full of tools and all sorts of goodies. This container has the sky blue lavender wave, and then an easy yellow, and then the geranium seeds that I grew, and the mint seeds that I grew, and then I did buy that Dusty Miller. I am hoping to next year do Dusty Miller as seeds though. And I actually did buy the Proven Winners Silver Falls. I love that plant. But I showed you this because eventually this right here, this hoarding of wood, I do plan to make this into the berry section. So the strawberries will go there, and then I want to get some blueberries. Want to go to the front yard? You want to take us to it? Go. Let's go in the front yard. Come on. They love this right now because you can see that my fence is down so that the tree guys could come. Should probably wait to get past the air conditioner, but the tree guys could come. So this is another project that it's just been too miserably hot for me to even get going on it. But I do have a couple containers, one right there. In this container, I planted up just one Dusty Miller, one mint, and one wave carmine velour. This one actually has somewhat one of flowering, and I think there's another one somewhere that I can show you, but that I grew from seed, and then I put in the wave pink, the purple plum, and then the wave misty lilac. But I'm feeling confident on that. But yeah, this is the next project, is to eventually, but me and my father are going to do it. But I have put it off. He's been more than willing to come help me, but it's just too darn hot and I just don't want us both out here, because we also have to do a gate on the other, so I can actually get into the backyard from the other side as well, because let me tell you how annoying that is when you can't go into your backyard from both sides. You can see the tubs there. I actually have two more in the garage. That is full of veneer stone from my previous garden. That is going to go on maybe the veggie beds back there. I just don't know if I have enough to do all of them, but I do plan to put a cut garden, flower garden in front of that, so I might actually just use all the veneer and do it on the cut garden part. I don't know. That will be more of the end of the summer. I'll show you a better container. You can see right now, this is one of the bad parts. That is my big old pile of pulling up grass that I have been doing non-stop. Right up here, I have tidal wave overload. How crazy is this? You can tell where I put my water at. Nice open space, but there are two Dusty Millers that you can barely even see because the tidal wave took over. And I actually did put in the shock tidal the shock tie-dye with it, and I gotta stop putting other flowers with that tidal wave because it just takes over. And I try and I love it. I love that it takes over. Please know that. I do absolutely love it. But at the same time, stop trying to put other things with it. It's not even worth the time or effort, and those could have gone somewhere else. So, and on the other side, I absolutely love these hibiscus. The foliage on them is just this dark, beautiful color. I have some daisies in there, and then some veronicas, and I had this full of petunias, but dealing with all the weeds that I've dealt with, I was pulling them out, and it got instantly to 100 degrees, and most of the petunias died. So luckily I grow enough that I could refill in this area with others. So it did have other petunias in here, but I've had to swipe those out. On this side, almost the same concept. This is the Easy Blue and the Easy Pink Profusion. I had planned this whole idea of this would go all the way straight down to the other side, but again, pulling out all that Bermuda grass and then it being 100 plus degrees just like damaged the roots of these. I was luckily able to save them because I watered them twice a day for like a couple of days, and even still, they could be much bigger and much prettier looking. But I still love that flower. I might try it again next year just because I wanted it so bad. Like, look at that pretty combination. I never had a sidewalk before, so it's kind of cool. That's why I wanted this whole like elegant petunia crazy thing going on. But as you can tell, this area right here, I took video of what it looked like before. It just took over. I had the Easy Blue, the Easy Rose Fusion. Did I say Pink Fusion? Rose Fusion. And the grasses got so high, and it looked so bad that I just took the weed whacker to them, and I have to cut all of this out now. And then I do have a horde of plants over there that I'll show you that I do have enough petunias. It just won't match, that I'll throw in there. I don't mind that. Same thing kind of on this side. I actually did, this is I believe the original wave purple, and then I did it with the shock tie-dye, and when I was pulling out all the grass again, the shock tie-dye just did not do very well. I actually only have 2, I believe, left over, so I'll try to fill in the gaps with any other color that I might have. But I had to show you this because I have never dealt with this before. I don't know what kind of poison it is, but it was like poison ivy, poison oak, poison something, 3 leaves. That's all I saw. And I sprayed it with weed killer, and I just let it die. And I'm still almost too scared to go in and start getting it out because I've never had to deal with it before. And I've heard some stories that are very uncomfortable, and I don't want that to happen to me. So I'll eventually pull it down, but right now I'm just trying to pretend like it's not even there. Actually, before I grab them, I have 2 containers that flank my driveway. This is the Tidal Hot Pink, and a Dusty Miller. But the big reason I have to show you is look at that. I have a wisteria that not only bloomed this summer, but is now blooming again. I'm so happy right now. Technically it is planted on the other side of this fence, but this is where the blooms are and the best view. And I'm now seeing a bunch of ants on it. That's funny. But I did also plant this front area up. I don't consider this to be the same garden bed as the interior. I wish it looked a little bit better, but once again, dealing with the Bermuda grass, these poor petunias, and I haven't been able to cut back the perennials, and I kind of didn't want to, even though they don't look the best right now for you. I just at least wanted you to see what they were. I'm going to see if I can even find decent looking ones. I mean, there's your blue veronica, I believe, and you can see that the new growth is coming in. So now that I'm doing this video, I can finally take it down. I have a pink salvia and then just a normal daisy. And I just did those 3. And then of course with some bulbs and lilies. And then that way then I can also put the petunias in the very front of it. I am hoping that I can show you at the very end how much better this will look, because we've just had like a month up in the hundreds and I'm pulling out weeds and just affecting these roots so bad. You can even see how much better the petunias on the other side look. Would you like to come to the other side? Okay. Like, I'm planning on gathering all of the bad grass and everything like that before I take it to the dump. I want to just do one trip. So that's why there's just a pile up there. Okay. Fence. Good job. This is my entryway. I do have a new pump for the well. I think that's what it needed. I just recently actually moved that pot up. It was closer to the door and just not getting any light, so it doesn't look that great right now just because there was absolutely no light on it, so at least it's getting a little. We have the pink vein and then the pink geranium. I want to say pink bicolor, but I might be wrong on that. I probably am. I just have this random rose sitting over here because I have these roses over in the other section and I was missing one, so I ended up buying one, and I'm not going to plant it until it's a little more cooler. But here is another tidal silver. I absolutely love this plant, guys. This one is my go-to. My go-to girl. And she looks amazing. I'm pretty proud of her this year. I haven't decided exactly where I want her yet, so that is why I did not grow anything from the bottom up on her, but I actually kind of like that she's the front door lady. So we brought the estate planters from the old house, which I have a visual of where those were in the old house that I can put up, but now there's 3 in the front here, and then I have 1 you saw earlier. But they are they are in the shade more, and they have Impatience and the Silver Falls from Proven Winners. There is another, and I bet you there's a better one, but it has one of these guys in there too. I think this is the best I've ever had one looking. It's supposed to get taller, that's why they were kind of in the middle, but oh well. So in the very, very front, I did line the bed with wave petunias, and they look very similar, but these ones in the very, very front of this bed are the new Cosmo pink petunias, wave petunias, easy pink Cosmo. I'm starting to get rained on, so I'm trying to go faster, and my apologies. And then at the very end, I just did the regular easy pink Passion, because the pink Cosmos actually deal with less sun. So this is more of a shady area. That's why you see all the astilbes. There's a couple bleeding hearts. And then this is the pinky winky hydrangeas. These were the first thing that I planted at this house. I am absolutely so excited that how they look right now, and I cannot wait to see them changing the color. Pretty much the same exact thing all the way down. Now we're getting into the easy pink. Wissy, what's happening, baby girl? There she is. Wissy, hey. I think there's a red wasp over there that she keeps messing with. And let me tell you right now, I never heard of red wasps before. What evilness do they look like? It is crazy. But I do know that one sits in one of those planters to get water, and she terrorizes it. I'm waiting for the day for her to get stung. There are actual Proven Winners, Rose, Hokra's in there. I'll get to say the correct name eventually. Oh, darn it. And then I put a couple yellow columbines that kind of look dried up right now, but I bought literally 2 plants and I made it into 5 plants. So that'll be really, really pretty in the spring. I'm gonna loop around to this side. This again is why did I plant anything else other than tidal silver with it. This was actually because, if you can see, I bought these hookahs, and I cannot remember the names of them, at Walmart, and they are just dry. It stops getting sun back here about noon, but it's such, I guess, still hot sun that right now they just are not that happy about them. So I put the patooties back here just to almost cover them. So there is actually one right underneath that is covered completely. But I have the Summer Crush hydrangeas, some peonies going through them, some azaleas, heucheras. Anything else I'm missing? No. You can see actually the previous gate I had planned to use over here, and it just kind of fell over, and that is where it has been. And now growing grass up it, so that's going to be fun to pull out. But anyways, alright, starting to rain even harder. This area back here I just finished this weekend of just literally pulling the grass by hand up, like not even digging it out, because I do plan to cover this up with cardboard. I need to put something behind the fence so that their grass doesn't get in from the opposite side. And just really, yeah, I might even honestly pull out all the plants like I did the one garden bed and replant them up. But these poor guys haven't had really any water over here because I've been trying to like not water the grass of it. So I've been hand watering these ever since I moved to the grass. But we have the easy. We have the knockout yellow rose, and then I believe this is a yellow sedum, that blue veronica. I will find what those are. I see a tag somewhere, but myrtle, and it's the shrub myrtle. It won't get big myrtle, shrub myrtle. Then I have, I believe these are pink cat mint, I believe. And then right behind them are the pink veronicas. I do want to get some daylilies. I think some yellow daylilies will look really, really pretty in here. But then it just kind of repeats all the way down, and I need to create a border, of course. Next up, you can kind of see, this is where my hoard, this will be the next bed that I kind of create. I did find these Japanese maples at Walmart for $30. I could not believe it. They grow slow, so I don't mind that they're going to grow so slow that they can be that close, and they're going to be under this amazingly beautiful tree with its black leaves. I don't know why things don't survive here. Wisteria! Baby girl! Baby girl! Baby girl! Baby girl! Baby girl! Do not pretend like you don't know. You're not supposed to be doing that. Oh, what are those? Is it lightning bugs? Yeah, we don't have those up in Montana, so man, has she been having fun at night with those lightning bugs. But as you can see, like, I bought some Kuban Winners Dulce Cherry Truffles, hookahs. And I have some blue hostas. I have the Wiggles and Swiggles hostas that I do plan to break up. So I can have, like, I think I can get almost 3, at least 2 hostas out of each one of those. So I'm hoping I'll have 9 of those. I want to get a couple hydrangeas. So I'm hoarding because, guys, you do not have to just, like, buy plants and plant them right away. Like, you can save them up, put them in a shadier spot because they are in a container, and save them up to when you're ready to plant. Like, fall is a great time to plant because not only do you plant your perennials, you can also plant your bulbs at the same time if you do it right. All in one, get a full garden in at the end of the year. The peacock garden. Look at how beautiful it is. Other than a couple ones, I don't know why. Again, this one goes into it too a lot. Don't think that he's not, guilty of this one. He goes in and sits on a lot of the hostas. It's the shade. It feels nice. I don't blame him. Most of them are surviving, so it is looking good. I get a lot of compliments on it. I absolutely love it. I had this planned, of course, when I was in Montana, like when I saw this house online. this was like what I saw, but from this tree. I don't know how to express how happy this actually makes me when I look at it. And you know, a lot of the hostas that I did get from the previous house when I came here, I brought a bunch of plants, so a lot of the hostas came from my previous garden bed. But the heucheras, I got those for $5 at Walmart, and I'm obsessed with them. I like that they are a little bit darker and then have a little bit of a tint of red to them. I think it'll really bring everything out. The containers are looking pretty good. The fuchsias are kind of, they're struggling a little bit, but now that this weekend that we're getting the cooler weather, I think it's going to look so much better. I did put this vine in this container and it is just sprawled out. The Vinca vine, Vinca. And yeah, it makes me so happy. And this one, I don't have to weed as much. This bed and where the pinky winkies are, I haven't had to weed as bad. Alright guys, this is it. I'm going to show you the next garden, and I haven't of course named all my garden beds. This one is the peacock one, but that one was easy because it's my previous peacock garden. And I do plan to name all the other garden beds. I just want the name to come to me when it does happen. The bed that I'm going to announce, the name came to me and I don't know why, but I have tried to come up with other things, but now in my head I just call it that. And so it might seem really weird. Somebody's having too much fun in the dirt. God, this child. Oh my God. Welcome to the Poet's Garden. I do not write poetry. There is just something in my head that I don't know why it came to me, but it has, and it is stuck in it, and that's what I'm calling it. Obviously, you can see that I have covered it in wave petunias. Absolutely covered it, because like the other garden beds, I have been dealing with the Bermuda grass. I brought, of course, all my peonies from my previous garden, so there's a bunch of peonies in it. I have a double knockout pink rose, and then I have a white sedum. I kind of want to do in the very front, if you can even see, like that is baby's breath, and then back here, there's a freaking weed. I've been trying so hard. There's a white lavender, so like I want to create, you know that I had the moon garden at the last place. I don't want really actually a moon garden here. It was very cool at the last place. It was in the shade. I really liked it, but I don't think that's something that I want to do again. But I wouldn't mind that in this bed, the very front be white perennials. So I just need to get some candy tuft, a couple of them, and then I will have enough white in the very front. Because of course I'll still always add the border of petunias, but like hopefully eventually I won't have to add this many petunias into this bed, because I bought, where is she? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roses just on this fencing, and then I believe there's 4 or 5 on the other side. But I have the knockout pink, and then I ended up buying the ebb tide rose. That is my absolutely favorite rose. It's a dark purple. We'll see if it actually gets as dark, because this is a pretty sunny spot. I have some catmint. It's the pink kind. I'm very excited about that. The snow in summer, that was what I buried tulip in. It has survived. So tulip is in this garden. She surrounded the hibiscus, and the wisteria that I showed you earlier is right in that back corner. I did have a Henry. Yep. I had a walking stick back there, but it never did anything. Like, it looked really bad. So I pulled it out and just went with the wisteria that's back there. My lilies look pretty awful. As you can see that. And that's just because I had pulled them out right before they were blooming. Well, there you have it. My very first garden tour. Again, sorry it's having to go a little quick because of the rainfall. We haven't had any rain, so I'm very excited it is raining. And welcome to the Poet's Garden. I'm happy to announce it, and finally, because I kind of have been telling people on Instagram for a while that I named it, and I haven't done a video yet, so